Good morning, it is Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. And when I say morning, I mean good morning. It is 7:51 Eastern time. Markets normally open up at 9:30. So we are over 90 minutes before the open, but the craziness continues. And right now, in fact, I got to just stop talking right now. Let me get my order out there. 25.50 to try to shorten into this move here. But right now, things are going bonkers. Like I said, watching AAL, just put my order out there. And you can see right now, like I said, still over an hour and a half before the market opens. AAL, 16 million shares. Crazy, crazy stuff right now. So like I said, I do have an order out there to try to get short 500 shares at 25.50. I would like more than 500. And real quick, for those of you that are maybe new, maybe you can always tell by the way this kind of got started too, or got started in a very unprofessional manner, quote unquote, but these are live in the sense of this is not something where everything's already been recorded and now I'm coming back and talking about it or doing a voiceover post commentary. Nothing like that. I'm recording myself, seeing the information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw reactions, raw thought processes, you will definitely get that here with the video. If you want a nicely edited video, a nicely scripted video, you will not get that here. All right, seeing this. Let's go to 25.85 here now. So 25.85 now going to be that initial entry point here. Again, I would like more than 500 shares, but this will allow me to get involved in the position here. It says it went up and hit a high of 25.88, but that's not really a true print because I did not get filled. All right, at this point, let's just go 26.25. Clay, why don't you just buy right now? Because that would totally be chasing. And yes, sometimes chasing works, absolutely. But sometimes it can be a terrible, terrible habit. Oh, come on. It literally hit 26.20. So we'll go to 26.55. Okay, in there for my opening allotment. And out there for $150, and I don't know, what was that, 5 seconds? In hindsight, could have been a whole lot more, but that's just not the strategy. The strategy is I want to build a bigger position, and that's where my bigger gains come from. But I'm not going to turn down $150 in 5 seconds. I like to use the example if I was walking down the street and I saw a $150 bill sitting there and I thought, you know, it's going to take me, it wasn't even 5 seconds. I was like 3 seconds. We'll just go with 5 seconds though. And I would say, actually, let me, 27.55. We'll start the process over again up there. But if I were to walk by that, $150 bill and say, you know, that's going to take me 5 seconds to bend over and pick that up, would that be worth my time? Now, if I was Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, no, that would not be worth my time. But I'm not them. So yeah, it's worth my time to spend 5 seconds picking up that $150 bill. Again, I could have held longer, absolutely. But I mean, look how fast this thing has returned back upwards. And that's just not the strategy. This particular strategy is coming from, attempting to build a bigger position size and then, scale out from that way. But like I said, I'm not going to turn down the $150 bill in 5 seconds. But there we go. So, I mean, 7:54, market doesn't open up for, let's see, an hour and what is that? 35 minutes. And yet I'm already up $150 and maybe more. So if there's another pre-market trade that comes along, I will get the video rolling. For now, though, I am going to go ahead and pause. All right, have an order at 29.95. Took a little pause on me. I don't like that. Time to get up over 30. So let's go to 30.55. So 30.55 now for 500 shares, my first entry point. Again, I'd like more than 500. 30 is probably going to have a lot of sellers up there. How high did it go? 30. Yeah, actually that 29.95 would have been okay. But good old hindsight trading for you. Looking for a very, very fast move up through 30. So if 30 is broken, I want to see this thing get moving very quickly. Okay, there's the break. It's hesitating. I don't want it to hesitate. It needs to move fast and get up to me. To keep this strategy high probability, you need to be picky. You need to see the price behave in certain ways, and that just wasn't it. For it to come up there and just stop right before, and granted, it never would have filled me anyways. I was at 30.55. The highest I went was at 30.49. But that's why, yeah, you will be canceling a lot of orders with this strategy because, like I said, you need to be very picky with how the price behaves. But yeah, at this point, I'll just go ahead and pause and, well, here we go again. Try 32.55. A ways away, but if it gets up to that area, that would be very, very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. Now, I think if this thing breaks down through 28, it's going to want to get to the downside here. So watching for... Did it already break down through? It did. Just in a very fast amount of time. Well, there it went again, but as I was analyzing the chart, the price broke down through it again. And back to 28. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that, seeing this action here. Clearly a big, big buyer at 28. So never mind on that one. But that's a nice thing is you can actually, you can go both ways. You can get long and short this. Which GameStop, for example, I mean, you haven't been able to short it for quite a while. But this one, you can play it either way. And there it goes down through 28. But even now, that hasn't been as clean as a break as what I thought it would be. But all right, well, the pullback has occurred here. So I had the right idea that this thing would be pulling back, but I had the wrong idea. I didn't quite get the entry point that timed up the way I wanted to. But oh well, still up $150. And like I said, it's only 8:04 a.m., so plenty of time before the market opens. All right, what I'm watching here and what you see is my private trading community just because I get a lot of people that are asking about it. But 25.25 flush point 1 minute because I'm watching the 1 minute chart. So it's looking like if that 25.25 mark can be broken, that could be a good flush area. So watching very closely here. Want to see confirmation though first. In at 25.25, anticipated it a bit. Let's see if we can get down through 25. There we go. And all out there for a nice little scalp for another, what was that? Just shy of $150. So $293 now. And for me, I just wanted to scalp it. But for members of the community that decided against a different trade management system, then they chose right. I mean, I didn't chose wrong per se in terms of making money. We all got the entry point right, but I chose wrong in the sense of how you want to manage it. And that's why, and I've talked about this before, but that's why I encourage you to join a group that's just going to allow you to think for yourself. Now, I helped out with, hey, look at 25.50, or excuse me, 25.25. If that area flushes, then you could get some good, profit. So, I mean, I helped out with the entry point in terms of an entry point to consider, but as far as how to manage a trade, well, I hope that would have been bad if I would have said, and scalp, because I was wrong to scalp. It should have been one where you held it a little bit while longer and let it work for you. So that just goes to show that, how the community works for those of you that are wondering and why it's important and why I would encourage you to desire to learn how to think for yourself, because as great as it would be, maybe make a sales pitch easier for me to try to come across as, hey, I have it all figured out. I have the perfect, I just know it. Like, just follow me blindly, trust me blindly. Well, no, that wouldn't be good, because here I clearly was wrong as far as the trade style is concerned. But the good thing in the market is just because you're wrong doesn't mean you can't make money. I just didn't make as much money as I could have, but I just wanted to take a quick scalp on that. Got the quick scalp. Actually, I let it break 25, and if you scroll back, you'll notice a whole bunch of buyers at 25. So I thought, all right, let me see if this breaks. And when it broke, it didn't really budge. It really didn't make that much of a movement. So that's why I just hopped out where I did. I was trying to let it work for me a little bit more, but I also knew I wanted it to be a scalp. So I was like, let's see, maybe I can get another 10, 15 cents here on the scalp if it actually breaks down through 25, which it did, but then it barely budged. Now, had I waited another 5 seconds, I would have been fine. But that's the world of day trading. 5 seconds can make a big difference. But anyways, I'm kind of stalling right now just to see how well members could still be doing right now. So yeah, 25.25. It is now at 23.50. And for those of you that are maybe new, believe it or not, you can make money when prices go down. That is known as shorting. So yeah, that's what happened right there. That's what I did. So yes, going short, shorting a stock, being a short, all those are the same thing. That's just a way to make money when prices go down, and look at it continue to drop. So that's awesome. I'm super excited for members that took advantage of that. Again, you can see right there the alert that you saw me type up 25.25, flush point, flush like a toilet, right? Go down. And people at least got their eyes on 25.25. And, maybe they took it before then. Maybe they wanted to see it get down below 25. I don't know. Like I said, it's just the best analogy is we're like a bunch of fishermen. And, hey, there might be fish over there. Hey, there might be fish over there. But it's still up to that, that unique individual to go over there and find the fish and catch them. But there we go. So fantastic movement there, and a nice little lesson there about, why you want to be able to think for yourself, and why there's power in that. And now BY is going. So let's see what's volume. No, don't like volume on that one. So I'm going to keep my eye on AAL. And yeah, congratulations. So here is actually what I mean, and good example on this here. But we had this person right here, Walrus Clef. So Walrus just would say that, they made 250 on it. But how will they, where did he say that? Right there. They added to the position. So not only did they decide to hold it longer, but they decided to actually add to it. So add to the winner. And that's the freedom. And think about it. All it started off was me alerting, hey, that looks like some good fish over there. That looks like a good potential entry point. Do it with it what you want. And Walrus Clef, what a name. He got in, but then totally different managed style, and he did better than I did. He made 250 bucks on it by adding to the winner. But again, everybody still made money on it. And that's the name of the game. That's what makes this fun, to make money alongside other people. But yeah, for those of you, because that's got to be one of the top 3 questions I get. Hey, Clay, I know you have this community. How does it work? Well, there you go. Now you're seeing some real life action of how it works. All right, market opens up here in less than 2 minutes, and want to get my newest thought on AAL out there. 1995 flush point area on the open 1 minute. So I will be watching 1975 for continued downwards movement. Have not made any other trades on it. I have other stuff I need to do that I'm usually doing during that time period: customer service, emails, mentoring emails that reply back to the students that are part of my program. So there's a bunch of other stuff that I do need to get done. And of course, in hindsight, looking back at the chart, it's easy to say, oh, I could have done that. Oh, I could have done that. Yeah, but that's really easy in hindsight. But and I haven't been really too motivated to, just because I'm already up $293. And I'm going to be picky here. So, again, these videos are live. So I wish I could sit here and tell you that there will be more live trades, but I don't know. I'm going to watch. I will be picky. I do like 1975, though, if it can come into play here. Market opens up in less than 1 minute. So I'll go ahead, pause, and get things rolling again if it looks like there's going to be some kind of trade. All right, markets are open. We'll see what this wants to do here. I definitely do just want to watch the opening minute here, see how it plays out. Not doing a whole lot. It's moving, but not moving. All right, well, there it's at 20 now. 20 might be that key break point. We'll see, because I was also looking at that in pre-market. But let's see what it wants to do with that $20 $20 mark. Yeah. I don't like taking it right now. I feel like that's too much of a chase. If I'd like to see this bounce up a little bit. And then come down, and if it can break 20, I will take that now. Or maybe it's going to head back higher. So I'm going to go ahead and revise this in the chat room. AL, new flush point, revise to 20, 1 minute. But as of now, it's deciding to, and that's why confirmation is important. And now here it goes to the upside. Still very interested in 20 if it comes into play. I don't know if it will, but oh, is it really going to come all the way back down here? This is the movement I was looking for. I better keep the video rolling. It was looking like $20 was going to be a thing of the past, for now at least. Yep, and now it's starting to work its way back upwards. Okay, well, never mind on that. Never got the play that I was looking for. Never got 1975. Didn't get 20. And I'm going to go ahead and pause. All right, what I'm looking for here is a break above 820 and then for a potential short at 815. But step one's got to be, it's got to get up over 820. Which it has done, but wow, that's too fast for me. It got up over there and then snapped down there, but nothing that's practical for me to be able to take advantage of. Let's go check back on AAL. Still not a whole lot, although 2050 could be an interesting area. But that just has me a little nervous because this is a strong environment for this one. So I still feel better down around that area. So yeah, AAL just going to new highs here. So that one's just not really playing ball. But again, that's okay when you start the day like I did, or when you start the day with any amount and you know that you can be picky, well then, so be it. Yeah, that right down there around 813. I don't know. It's very, very choppy. I think I better just stay away from it. I mean, there's really no need to. Well, at this point. All right, well, let's go back to potentially trying to build a position on it. Is this going to get halted? Oh, here we go. Yep, looks like it. Maybe not. Come on, go. Not going to work out. Is it gonna? Are they going to let it go? Wow. And they let it go. Okay. Oh, but it's still at 21.99. That's a problem. After the market opens, you always have to worry about halts, which is very nice, and why I think that pre-market trading and post-market trading is getting so popular these days is because, we don't have to worry about these stupid halts that always happen that are just an unknown risk factor that are very, very annoying. Let's see what's going on. Nah, the volume's not quite there anyways. And yeah, crazy around the markets. My charts are taking forever to load. Tesla, that still looks interesting, but it's just so snappy. Well, an AMC. Trying to make a dead cat move here. Although can no longer short this one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Watching 813 here. Only have 50 shares because this one is so fast, but I mean, this is a very interesting pattern here if this actually comes down. It just broke out, and now that breakout is failing, but still waiting for confirmation, and for me, confirmation is at 813. Again, even if it goes my way, I'm not going to make a whole lot of money, but I mean, it is just so jumpy that I feel better here with just 50 shares. But yeah, I'm going to get that updated here. Tesla 813, new flush point, 1 minute. Yeah, 813. I think that's the level where if it can be broken, then it should go to the downside. But like I said, for me, waiting for confirmation, AAL pulling back here a little bit. Yeah, 2050. It's an interesting area on AAL. I just don't know if I trust it though. Such a, yeah, wow. I am going to get that alerted, but I'm going to definitely mention. But keep in mind context, because the context is this is a quite a bullish environment right here. But yeah, if this thing wants to hover up above 2050 for you know, a few more minutes, so give me, you know, a couple more candles and then come back down, I am interested. Definitely thinking a scalp though, because this is a bullish environment, but I think there'd be some wiggle room there. But I'm definitely not taking it in the next couple of minutes. I want to see how these next couple of candles play out. So if this candle all of a sudden just goes down through it, then I'm going to be left behind, and that's fine. But especially now if 2050 actually comes back into play after a strong move like this. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. All right, what I'm now doing here is going to adjust AAL new flush point at 2075, 1 minute. So to me, it's looking like if 2075 breaks, then this thing's got a chance to at least retest 2050. But not confirmation point being at 2075. So watching 2075 closely. Nope, bounced right off it again. Bounced right off it again. In at 2078. See if we can get the move down to at least 2050. So all out there at 2058 for the scalp. And there it went down. So happy with that. As I said from the beginning, my goal was just for it to be a scalp because this is still a strong environment. And you can see right there, just that fast bounce back upwards. So that's why I chose scalp. And we'll see what happens with it. Now, maybe members, if those people are saying, no, Clay, I like that. I think this thing can at least roll over to that $20 mark. Well, then they may make a lot of money. But I would not be shocked to see this thing all of a sudden just snap back upwards. And in that situation, those members may be taking a loss on it. I don't know. So again, it's one of those situations where right now, it's looking like I chose right because now a green candle is showing back up. But, you know, it's still jumping around, so it could still come down to 20 or maybe below, and those members that are choosing to play it differently are going to make more money than I did. But as of right now, those members are still at risk of potentially taking a losing trade on a trade where I made a quick $100 in, I don't know, what was that, like 3 seconds? So that's just the give and take. It was an area, it was a quality alert, it was a valid alert to those people that chose to scalp. And like I said, as of now, to be fair, now if this thing starts to get up over 21, you got to wonder if those people, they may be, I mean, definitely, yeah, definitely the 2150 mark, I would consider that. Again, you don't know for sure just because everybody's got their different little trade plans. But as of right now, that scalping entry point was certainly the proper one to do. However, again, it all still remains to be seen. Like I said, I thought this thing, because of the environment, might just continue on up. It's starting to do that a little bit, but it's struggling. So I'm going to keep you updated just so we can kind of get another real-life example of how either all members are going to make money, just some members made more money than others, or maybe some members made money like I did, but others might have lost some if they chose the different strategy. Although, to be fair to those people, if they chose, you know, to hold longer on that first alert that I made at the beginning of the video, I mean, they're already sitting up very, very, very green on the day. So, I mean, they can easily afford to, you know, if they're wrong here, take the loss and so be it. But like I said, nothing has happened here that would make me think that anybody would be stopped out. So we'll see what happens with it. I should note that right there, that print, this stock did not go up there. It was there, and then that was just a fat finger. It shot up there in a second. So that's not a true trade. You know, that's nothing. It's not like this was one big green candle and then it came back down. But moral of the story is those people that deciding, they're hanging in there. Patience has been required, but as of now, it's hanging in there. So we'll see what happens with it, but I did want to at least get that updated, that big print right there is not actually a trade. Well, I'm thinking, and again, I don't know everybody's plan, but if this thing goes up over 21.25, then I would assume those people that are wanting to hold for a bigger move, it'll be a losing trade for them. But so they're hanging in there. I mean, it's bounced up here a little bit, but it hasn't really violated any significant areas on the chart. But at this point, to me, like I said, if I had to guess, I would say that 21.25 would be that break point for people where you know, they would be losing money. So they're hanging in there. Like I said, on this one, I've been sitting here pretty, right? I've been sitting here with the $100 bill in my pocket for the past 5-6 minutes since that all happened. But they're out there, I don't want to say sweating, but they're out there having to be patient, having to sit back and wait to see what happens. And to be fair to them, to be fair to that strategy, they very well may be paid nicely for their patience. It might cost them. But like I said, when you factor in the first trade that you saw from the beginning of the video, I mean, those people are already sitting very nicely. But hey, look at that. There it goes. Maybe they are going to get paid. Like I said, for them, it's got to at least get down, I would say 20-ish. Actually, what are those lows? Yeah, the 20 shot. If it can get down to 20, then I would say that for those people, things worked out very, very well. So still work to be done to the downside, but yeah, they're definitely having to hang out and wait. And this is kind of cool. Get to see how a trade plan and alert is working out for different types of strategies. You saw one strategy, you know, obviously play out, which was mine on the scalp, but now you kind of got one to wait and see people. So we'll keep an eye on it, but XPV all of a sudden, what's going on with this? That was a big plunge. Volume's a little too sketchy for my liking, though. Well, Tesla coming back into play. And look at that. Where did it bounce? Off 813 again? 814. I'm going to get that alerted then. 8113 coming back into play. 1 minute. So there we go. 813 coming back into play. Because I made that earlier, which right here, 813 flush point. But now right there, want to get it re-alerted to people. But that fast, it's bounced. So one of these where you got to think that if 813 falls to the downside, Tesla should get going. Oh, should get going, but there we go. That first key break is going to be that 2050 mark. It's got to get down below 2050. If it can, then you got to like the chances this thing, you know, can retest that $20 mark. Like I said, I don't know. I'm speculating, but I could see maybe 2025-ish being a level that would make sense for people. But like I said, given where they may have gotten in, but that is still speculation. So the way I'm going it is if this thing goes over 21.25, that's going to be a loss for some. But if this thing can make its way down to 20, then that's going to be a very nice reward for people. So we'll see if it can get that or not. But as of now, they're in the green. So right now they're obviously, you know, breathing a little easier. Okay, the position's in the green. Not just a question of can it get greener. Knocking on 2050. Look at that. There's the break. So they're feeling real good now, but still got a little bit more work to do. But they're definitely relieved. I can see some people maybe pulling some profits off the table just to mitigate the risk a little bit. But I can also see people saying, no, I'm good. You know, it is what it is. I've waited this long. In all actuality, I could have seen some people have been added to the position as it started to roll back over. But like I said, I'm totally just speculating. But there's no doubt about it. This is now seemingly paying off better for those that decided to wait. But let's see if it can get down to that $20 mark. And can it get there? This is kind of fun. I'm almost trading vicariously through other members and their strategy. This is going to be an awesome video. I'm so excited. This is good real life examples here. But, oh, man. All they're saying, come on, just a little bit more. Come on, AAL. Just give me 10 cents more. You know, that's probably what they're hopefully calmly chanting at their computer and not screaming. There we go. 2006, 2005. And there it is, $20. Hey, look at that. They were right and I was wrong. And patience was definitely required. Patience was definitely needed. But hey, for those of you, congratulations. And especially a big congratulations to those people that added to the position. Well done to that. Sitting very, very pretty. But yeah, I feel so good about this video. Some videos you're like, oh great, do I really have to post this to YouTube? Oh, this is gonna be terrible. But this one I feel fantastic about. Captured what? 3 separate trades from me and captured this awesome real life example of how 2 strategies worked out. One strategy required a whole lot more patience than the other one, but those people were paid for their patience. So that's some good stuff. And I am going to go ahead and wrap things up. Now, before I go, a final few quick requests from me. If you do enjoy these live trade videos, if you enjoy when I kind of, build in these lessons, then a easy way to communicate that to me, because I mean, full disclosure, these videos, because they're live, are not easy to make. I have to talk to you. I have to think what I'm going to say to you. I have to think what I'm going to do for myself. I have to actually trade for myself. I have to think what I'm going to alert in the chat room. I have to type up those alerts in the chat rooms. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on. And these videos are difficult to do. They're totally possible. They're just difficult. And I will keep doing them as long as I know that there's interest. So a very time efficient way for you to communicate to me, yeah, Clay, please keep making them. They're worth your time. Hit the like button, leave a basic comment. It could be a thumbs up emoji. It could be, give me the diamond hands emoji for you Wall Street bettors out there. Give me the diamond hands. I mean, anything. Just get, or the rocket ship emoji. Just, it could be as simple as a hit of the like button, leaving comment such as emoji, and then I'll know, okay, these are still worth my time to do. And then also check out the channel as a whole. There's a good variety of videos. There's lots of other live trade videos, but a good variety. So hopefully you like what you see enough to hit that subscribe button, as I would love to have you as a subscriber. If you are interested in getting the alerts that you saw here, just go to claytrader.com/team, TEAM. Again, claytrader.com/TEAM, and you can learn more about the community, how it works. And that is where you can join. But if nothing else, like I said, if you enjoyed the video, if you want me to keep making them, hit that like button, leave a simple comment, even if it's just emoji, and that'll go a long way in communicating to me that this is worth it. So hopefully you guys are all doing great out there. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.